created another for Pompey. Final score, Portsmouth 4, Tranmere 0.
Portsmouth's danger man Guy Whittingham, with 21 goals this season, nearly put the home side ahead after 16 minutes, but his shot was scrambled away by Casey Keller. Pompey did take the lead though in the 30th minute. Steve Agnew fed Alan McLaughlin, a hint of offside perhaps, but McLaughlin tucked it away, his 4th goal in 6 games. Portsmouth had another clear chance 5 minutes before the interval. Whittingham's spectacular volley tipped over by Keller. Final score, Portsmouth 1, Millwall 0.
So November was a good month for Pompey, but in a season full of if-onlys, they'll think back to that 5-5 draw with Oxford, now in 7th position with 29 points.
A sellout crowd at the revamped Valley, and the Charlton fans were soon celebrating an early goal. It came in the 7th minute. A patient build-up, and Colin Walsh given enough time to beat Alan Knight for his first goal this season.
And a shot, and a goal!
That was the 22nd goal conceded by Pompey on their travels this season. And midway through the first half, Walsh almost added a second with this free kick. Portsmouth created few chances, and when they did, there was no one to finish it off. In the second half, only the heroics of Alan Knight prevented a far heavier defeat, twice producing superb saves to keep out headers from Lee Power. But it wasn't enough to earn Pompey a draw. Final score, Charlton 1, Portsmouth 0.
It was a frustrating first half for Portsmouth. After 9 minutes, Peterborough went ahead thanks to Tony Philliskirk. Peterborough thought they'd gone 2 up moments later, but the linesman's flag was up for offside. In the second half, Maguire was sent off for Pompey, but Guy Whittingham scored his 22nd of the season. Paul Walsh had a penalty saved. Final score, Peterborough 1, Portsmouth 1.
Portsmouth dominated the first half and almost went ahead on 4 minutes. Guy Whittingham's shot bravely saved by Steve Cherry, and Paul Walsh's effort cleared off the line. County wasted a fine opportunity when Kevin Bartlett headed over with the goal at his mercy. A bad miss by the former Portsmouth player. On 20 minutes, Walsh went close again with this jinking run, but again Cherry diverted the shot away with his leg. 9 minutes before half-time, and Portsmouth threatened again. Steve Agnew's shot saved by that man Cherry again. No goals in the second half, Pompey's first draw at Fratton Park this season.
Whittingham's first came in the 12th minute after Brian Parkin failed to hold a Chris Burns shot. 8 minutes later, a bad back pass was intercepted for number 2. Rovers grabbed one back when a John Taylor 25-yarder was deflected over Alan Knight. But Whittingham wasn't finished. He completed his hat-trick, the 3rd of the season, after swapping passes with Paul Walsh. And 14 minutes from the end, a defensive blunder led to his and Portsmouth's 4th.
Walsh. Whittingham, 1-0. Oh, lovely close control from the ex-Spurs man. He looked up and there, of course, there he was, corporal punishment. 1-0 to Pompey. It's a corner on the left. Russell, Aspinall with the overhead. Oh, it's Whittingham! That's 2 to Portsmouth. Deep cross from the left. Russell rose above all the rest. Aspinall tried the overhead, but it was Whittingham who put it away. That's 2. There's Walsh again. Oh, it's McLaughlin! That's 3 for Pompey. McLaughlin again. Oh, what a beauty! 4 for Pompey.
So with maximum points over the Christmas period, Pompey start the new year up into 5th position with 37 points, and December saw another 8 goals for Guy Whittingham.
Home win number 9 for Portsmouth against Southend, and inevitably Guy Whittingham was on the score sheet. Typically sharp reactions as he claimed the first goal. 30 now for the season. But how long can Pompey hang on to their prized asset? Equally impressive on Saturday was Paul Walsh, and not to be outdone, he beat Whittingham to the loose ball to make victory certain. Portsmouth's away form continued to let them down at second-placed West Ham. Trevor Morley hit the Pompey woodwork, but he made amends 8 minutes later. Tim Breaker provided the cross for him at the far post. West Ham controlled the game, and 10 minutes after the interval, the London side were 2 up. Colin Foster on the score sheet.
It was a dour game, and Pompey had a scare in the first half when Kit Simons went so close to heading an own goal. But Brentford had their goalkeeper Graham Benstead to thank for a series of saves, this one from Ray Daniel. And just a minute later, bravely preventing Guy Whittingham from scoring his 31st goal. Portsmouth finally got the break they needed when Warren Aspinall was brought down in the area. And Aspinall picked himself up to beat Benstead from the spot. Final score, Portsmouth 1, Brentford 0.
Portsmouth's promotion challenge was reinforced by this hard-earned point in Yorkshire. Barnsley went ahead 5 minutes into the second half when Gavin Maguire fouled David Curry in the area. Owen Archdeacon scored from the penalty. Inevitably, it was Guy Whittingham who got the equaliser. Pompey's reward for persistence, and Whittingham scoring his 31st goal of the season. And only the bar prevented Whittingham giving his side all 3 points. Final score, Barnsley 1, Portsmouth 1.
January saw Pompey out of the cup and able to concentrate on the league, maintaining 5th position with 2 wins, a draw and a defeat. Now sit back and enjoy some more of Guy Whittingham's goals.
This match provided one of the upsets of the day, although it started well enough for Pompey. Daniel's cross headed home in style by Paul Walsh after only 8 minutes. 10 minutes later, though, City were level. Jakanowski's neat pass setting up Gary Shelton. But 2 minutes into the second half and Pompey were back in front. Guy Whittingham snapping up his 32nd of the season to make it 2-1. The home side, though, never really looked happy, and with 17 minutes left, it was no surprise when Bryant headed Bristol's equaliser. Then City's Andy Cole was brought down by new boy Chris Price. According to the referee, it was a goal-scoring opportunity, and so Price had to go. From the free kick,